Hello there, welcome to Hertfordshire, Watford to be precise, here at Vicarage Road, where the rain is pouring down everywhere. I'm up in the commentary box for this game. Burnley going to this game line second, and we played the game more than Chelsea. Watford in lower mid-table at the moment, so this really is a big game for both sides. Burnley really do need to win if they're going to keep their championship aspirations alive, and let's be fair, they're still second or third favourites behind the likes of Chelsea to win the league, so it's not a given here. And what they've achieved with such a small side, really, in terms of the way they've performed and results, is nothing short of remarkable when you look at the size of their squad. Two players shaking hands, or the two sets of teams shaking hands there. Rain tippling it down, and our first job, of course, before the start, is to give you the two lineups. And we're going to start with Watford. Costa gets the nod in goal. Kennedy in success up front. HUGHES, Pereira and DOUCOURÉ and Capu are the sort of the midfielders. Three at the back really there, with Craig Cathcart leading the side. Burnley 4-4-2, simple for them. Really picks itself, the squad, the back four, the midfield four. Gerrard and Defoe getting the starting burbs ahead of Hughes and Henrik. And even Robert Snodgrass can't get into the team at the moment. And Sam Vokes as well. It is Gray and Rashford up front. Anthony Taylor from Wythenshawe in in Greater Manchester is the referee, and we're ready for the start. So away we go then. Watford in the yellow shirts get us underway. Dark shorts attacking the goal to our right, right to left. Burnley need, I remind you, in claret and blue, going to the left. HUGHES to Capu. Back to HUGHES once again. Far side, HUGHES again, good running by him, good ball in there, and a chance, and he's just wide. Kennedy right in the middle, couldn't finish it off. I think he knows really. And the yellow card in fact has been shown, the whistle must have gone, and Kennedy has been booked for a foul. And I'm not even sure what it was for. There didn't seem anything to be too untoward there, I have to say. Strange yellow card there from Mr. Taylor, the referee. It's a free kick to Burnley nevertheless, but looks a harsh yellow card there for Kennedy. Didn't appear to do anything wrong. Here's Jay Rodriguez to Stephen Defoe. Steven Gerrard now for Burnley. Trying to pick out his centre midfield colleague, but he can't pick him out. Here's Capu. Nice turn. Got HUGHES away on the far side if you can pick him out. Good header won by Lawton. And again, now Gudmundsson. To Rodriguez. Robertson. Oh, he showed too much of that almost to Pereira, but he's got away with it. Now Rashford. Nice play, Defoe. Coming up towards the quarter of an hour gone. In our first match of three. Here's Gray. On towards Defoe, gets his shot in. Easy save for Pantelimon, I should say. Straight down his throat, virtually. It was an easy type of save for him to actually make. Bambi intercepting rather well here. Cathcart intercepting for Watford. Now Kennedy. DOUCOURÉ. Capu. Good tackle there. Now Stephen Defoe can break. Real opportunity here, Steven Gerrard. Now Jay Rodriguez. Nice ball in there towards Andre Gray. He'll turn. It's Andre Gray. Charged down. Big opportunity then for the informed striker. But it's knocked away again. Now success to Capu. Yamat takes over. DOUCOURÉ. Success, DOUCOURÉ, success again, good opportunity. They'll come for DOUCOURÉ down on the edge of the area, but it's knocked away. Still 0-0 as we go into the final 10 minutes of the first half. Still no goals. Here's Rodriguez. On to Rashford, good play. Now then, he's got two Watford defenders for company, and he certainly beats him to it. He's held for a throw. Still we await to the first goal with great interest. Here's Stephen Defoe. Now Gerrard. Will he unleash one from here? He will! Steven Gerrard, and punched away rather casually, I have to say, by Costa Pantelimon. We know Gerrard's reputation for hitting long-range screamers, as Manchester United in 2001 and Olympiacos in 2004 will testify. And of course West Ham in the FA Cup final 10 years ago. Here's Holibas now. On the break, it's Isaac Success, big chance! Oh, he's in it straight at Tom Heaton. When well positioned, and he couldn't take the opportunity on offer. And then it's given away from the throw out, and here's a chance now for Success. Pereira, good turn, it's Pereira! Good save by Heaton. Into 200 minutes at the end of this first half, and well, everything's happening here at Vicarage Road, except we haven't got a goal yet, and that was on target. Credit Heaton now with a smart save diving down to his left hand side. It was a marvellous piece of goalkeeping. Pereira to take the corner, 2 additional minutes as you can see. It's curled in there, good authoritative punch there from Heaton, still not away. It comes to Daryl Yamat, and it comes again, and it's just straining the arms of the keeper. Surely that will be it for the first half, and there we are. What a first half, but no goals. Watford coming close there towards the end. Steven Gerrard stinging the palms of Pantelimon, but really that's all to report really on what's been a goalless first half here at Vicarage Road. Half time then, it's Watford 0, Burnley 0. So up we go in the second half. Burnley attacking the goal to our right. They're kicking they're getting us underway. Here's Johan Berg-Gudmundsson. No changes incidentally from either side as we get this proceedings underway. And the shot from Steven Defoe was a good one. And what a save this was from Costa Pantelimon. Look at the curl and the bend on that right-footed shot, and a big left hand from the Romanian Pantelimon, turning it behind for the corner. Really good piece of goalkeeping. So corner then to Burnley. Defoe to take it, and the header wide. Ben Mee right in there. Formerly at Watford, of course. He had a spell here a few years ago, on loan spell here a few years ago, and what an opportunity that was for Ben Mee to give Burnley a lead there at Vicarage Road. But no, he can come that way. Still 0-0. Rashford losing out. Here's Pereira. Kennedy. Still Kennedy. No Success. Now the free kick's been given, or is it offside? Offside's the verdict, says the linesman. Success must have just drifted the wrong side of the defensive line. Going towards 10 minutes gone in the second period. 0-0. Defoe, oh, he's lost it. DOUCOURÉ now picks it up. Now Capu. Holibas. On ball forward, but it's well cut out. Now Steven Gerrard has it. And there's a transfer being confirmed there that Benzema's coming in. Here's Andre Gray through. Big chance here. Good save. Excellent save by Costa Pantelimon. That was a marvellous piece of goalkeeping here. And looked as all the while that top scorer Gray was going to get in there to get the opening goal of the match, and the big Romanian, the 6'7" Romanian, with a great save. Here's the corner coming in, and the header is out. I think it's another corner. Indeed it is. Pantelimon really distinguishing himself, 30 years old. Here's the corner, Defoe with it. It'll come here for Rashford, and over the top of the bar it goes. Here's the replay. Struck it sweetly with the right foot, but was always going over. Right. Success takes over now. An hour gone here at Vicarage Road. Still no score yet. Here's Gudmundsson. Up to Gerrard. Gudmundsson again. Oh, lovely play. Here's Gray. Good chance here for Burnley. Gray through again. Big chance this. Oh, he caught it wrong. Gray again. Half chance, and this time Pantelimon with a well, not a magnificent save. It wasn't anything magnificent. He didn't really need to make too much of a better save than it needed to be. Just turned it away. Nice simple goalkeeping, and that's all it needed. Burnley get a corner. DOUCOURÉ has come off for Watford, and Ben Watson, who famously got the winning goal in the 2003 FA Cup final for Wigan, comes on as Defoe takes the corner. Pantelimon coming a heck of a long way. He's well over his ground here, but Gerrard had to try and take up the ground, and then gets his shot in, and Pantelimon, well, he almost made a hatch of that, to be honest with you. It was going on the ground. Gerrard didn't really hit it that cleanly here, to be fair, and to be fair to Pantelimon, I think he should have done a lot better. Maybe he should have just got both hands on that. Instead of which, it's behind for another corner, and a bit more pressure on Watford here as they look to try and keep out Gerrard and Co. And Gerrard will take the corner, and it's an outswinger here towards Benby, but it's headed away. Now Lowton will take possession. He might have a go here. It's Matt Lowton! No! What a save! Lowton hit that true and very, very well. Look at that! Couldn't have hit that any sweeter. Right in the sweet spot, and Pantelimon just getting a hand on it. Well, when you're 6'7", your frame always your big tall frame always comes in handy. Gudmundsson this time with the corner, and again another outswinger, and it's hooked away. Well, headed away this time. Well, Andy Robertson try one here. Well, he's cut inside anyway. Lays it in there to Gerrard. Now can he turn? Steven Gerrard. Quarter of an hour left to play. Can Burnley snatch something here? No, hooked away. Burnley having a good bit of pressure there on that Watford goal, but now it's Watford now on the break with Watson and HUGHES. Free kick given. All the crowd expectant here at Vicarage Road. There's going to be some substitutions being made, and I think Burnley are about to make some changes as they line up this free kick then for Watford. About 35 yards, maybe 40 yards from goal. Well, let's have a look at what might just happen here. Watford fans there expected, but there are some substitutions. Steven Gerrard, well, he's lasted 79 minutes almost, and he's done really well. So Will Hughes will get some fresh legs on, certainly in that Burnley midfield, and it might give them that little bit more impotence really to see what they can do. So 79 minutes ago, as I say, and Will Hughes now will come on for the last 11 minutes plus any time to be added on. Well, there's nearly 3,000 Burnley supporters who have made the arduous trip from Lancashire to Hertfordshire this afternoon. And here they are now having to defend a free kick. HUGHES chipping it in. Headed away. Now in. Rashford on the break. Andre Gray. Good ball. Can he find Rashford? No. It's Yamat now for Watford. Andre Gray takes it over. Now Rodriguez. Just cut in field a little bit from his left-hand berth, he has, and but given away by Lowton. Igalo's in there, the substitute, and he's been taken out there rather crudely, I have to say, by Michael Keane, and referee Taylor across issuing the yellow card. That was a no-holds-barred challenge there by the young Englishman. Really took him out there, didn't he? I think the yellow card was just about right. 6 minutes to play. HUGHES with the free kick for Watford. Into the penalty area it goes. Comes out here to Etienne Capoue. Now what can he come up with this time? Yamat with the shot. Deflected. It will come out. Here's Gudmundsson. Now then. Break on for Gray perhaps. No, not this time. Now then. Capoue. Pereira. Last minute of the game. Now then, Capoue couldn't take it down. Here's Gudmundsson now breaking away. Is there one last real opportunity for either side? Here's Will Hughes. Johan Berg Gudmundsson. Hughes again. Is there one last chance? 5 added minutes. It'll come here for Andre Gray. He tried to hit it, but it's blocked away. Now Etienne Capoue brings it out deep into time added on. And there we are. The full-time whistle has been sounded by referee Taylor. And a very rare occurrence on this YouTube channel, we have a goalless draw in the FIFA 17 career mode. We very rarely get 0-0 draws, but we have one today. Neither team tried, both teams tried and tried, but couldn't break down the resistance of either Tom Heaton or Costa Pantalone. They both keep clean sheets, and both scorelines stay blank. Full time then at Vicarage Road, Watford 0, Burnley 0. Well, that was a great, well, it wasn't a great result for Burnley, certainly a good result there for Watford. That takes them on to 30 points. They're in 13th, they're a good 9 points above the drop zone. I think they'll be okay. Doing okay under Matsari at the moment. Burnley though, 43 points, 2 points now trailing Stoke City. Chelsea having played, both teams in the top 3 having played 2 games more than Chelsea, who are Burnley's next opponents incidentally, so Burnley really could do with keeping up the pace by beating Chelsea in the next match. But as I say, anything's possible, but it's easier said than done. But it is tight in that top 4 or 5 teams at the moment. Stoke, Burnley, Chelsea, Everton and Tottenham all battling it out for the top 4, and whoever finishes 5th are going to be very, very unfortunate. But this is a very big game for Burnley. They're back at Turf Moor for this one, and surely this has got to be an absolute crumdinger. The draw was also made, as I said earlier. We got an away draw at Southampton. Southampton got Burnley actually. Southampton got Burnley. They got Liverpool next up, so that was always going to be tough. So the second of our 3 games, Southampton still to come away at St Mary's in the FA Cup, and Real Madrid later on in the next episode. But it's to Chelsea we go, or to Turf Moor we go, as Chelsea come up and try to keep their run going against us. Let's see what happens. Well, here we are at Turf Moor. What a game this promises to be between 2 sides who are battling for the title and have the best defence in the country. Chelsea just slightly better with 19 goals conceded, and Burnley only 20. So anything could happen here this afternoon. Antonio Conte's teams are always well built from the back. This could be a tough one for Burnley to break down. This is their 11. It's the same 11 that took to the field and got a goalless draw to take back from Hertfordshire against Watford. It's finished 0-0. In fact, it isn't the same team. Will Hughes replaces Steven Gerrard, in fact, in the midfield. Apart from that, though, it is the same team. What about Chelsea? There's one player they have to watch there, right second from the end there. A certain Diego Costa. It could be a big threat here for Antonio Conte's men. Let's have a look at their 11 and subs they've picked. And Thibaut Courtois gets the nodding goal. He's a back 3 there. Skodoratis, Daryl Luiz and Ivanovic there. Obviously Costa the man up front with Hazard and Willian supporting him. Lacazette and John Terry are amongst the famous players amongst the substitutes, and could well be a tough old afternoon here for Burnley. Well, we're all set to go then at Turf Moor. It's pretty wild weather, but it's well packed as Kevin Friend from Leicestershire prepares to get us underway. So we're all set to go then. Burnley in the claret and blue, need I tell you. Chelsea all in blue, and off we go now as Johan Berg-Gudmundsson takes it up now for the Clarets. Good running by him, and he's got Lawton on the near side here. Early cross deflected, easy there for Thibaut Courtois, I should say. Remember the 6-second rule very much applies in this part of the world. Willian over on the far side, and that's going for the first row of the game. Great. Now Defoe. David Luiz now intercepts. Now Costa trying to get forward from Willian's pass, but it's intercepted. Stephen Defoe now takes it up for Burnley. Running at David Luiz. A bit behind Gray though, to be fair. Gray done okay out of it. And here's a chance for Hughes. Half a chance, but it was well charged down by David Luiz. And it goes for a Burnley throw. And taken by Lawton to Hughes. Done well to get the cross in there, Hughes. Rashford was waiting. And it's hooked away now. Matic. Hazard. Almost ready to chop it. In fact, he has got the 3 kick. Referee was right on the spot. Fabregas. Onside is Azpilicueta, and he'll get there now ahead of Gudmundsson. And he crosses it in dangerously, and it's headed away now. Here's Hughes. Now Gray. Only Rashford to his left. Here is Rashford. Tackled there by Luis. Good open feel to the game here. Just needs a goal to liven it up. Here's Fabregas. Look at that. 21 minutes gone. Here's Hazard. Hazard's cross. Costa was in there. Good tackle. Andre Gray getting back there. Good challenge there by, not Andre Gray, Michael Keane getting back there. Here's Stephen Defoe. Here is Andre Gray. Still going. The tackle. Matic has got it away. Now Fabregas. Willian. Has to get the ball back across. And again, the tackle's flying in. And a free kick has been given, in fact, a profile there by Andre Gray. Which hasn't gone down too well with a lot of the Burnley supporters inside the ground. It's about three and a half quarters. Here's Hazard, I should say, with a free kick, and it wasn't a good one, but Fabregas will get the ball the second time around. Ivanovic. And that's a good ball in there. Chance here, Willian. Oh, what a save! That was a glorious piece of goalkeeping there by Tom Heaton. Look at this. It looks to be going in all the way, and then the big right hand hooks it away. Chelsea closest to scoring in this game. Hazard with the corner. We've had over half an hour. Still no break in the scores. It's Luis now. His shot was charged down. Out to Hazard, towards the back post. Matic is offside, and Chelsea denied by the flag. But before that, they were denied by Tom Heaton. As we look at that, was it offside? Well, it might have been offside. In fact, it was the corner taker who was offside, and not Nemanja Matic. And that's a little bit odd, but the linesman got it right. Saying he's got it wrong there. Here's Defoe, onto Rashford, just a little bit too over hit, but he'll come here for Robertson again. Burnley have another chance here to try again. Gudmundsson. Doing well, Gudmundsson. And Rashford hitting a snapshot, well turned away by Thibaut Courtois. Well, two chances within a few minutes now for both sides. And Rashford hitting that superbly first time, and Thibaut Courtois there producing sheer heroics there to turn that behind for a corner. Coming up towards 40 minutes of the first half, and it's Keane with a header, but it's knocked away. So we're well inside the final 5 minutes. Here's Matic. Hazard doing tremendously well. Finding Willian. And again, good tackling back there. And Will Hughes doing exceptional. Coming up towards the latter stages of the first half. Almost towards stoppage time. Here's a break here for Rashford here. I don't think it'll break for Defoe. David Luiz had a bit more of a head start. I'm just sitting there on the scoreboard. 3 added minutes to be added on, but I don't think there'll be much more time for anything else unless Will Hughes can let fly, and he does. Good goalkeeping now. Decent handling there by Thibaut Courtois, the Belgian international, and Will Hughes. It's a sweetly good shot, but it wasn't troubling him very much. And there we are. That was the last act of a good first half, but goalless. Chelsea coming close a couple of times. Courtois forced into action towards the end of the first half, but honours very even. And here at Turf Ball, the half-time score reads Burnley 0, Chelsea 0, and we'll be back with the second half. Welcome back to Turf Ball as the second half gets underway. No changes incidentally from either side. Chelsea, of course, attacking the goal to our right in the blue shirts in this second half. And indeed, I remind you, claret and blue. Here's Hazard. Turn. Does well. Aspilicueta to Willian. Defoe intercepts. Now Gudmundsson. Ben Mee. Stephen Defoe. Oh, lovely turn. Now a chance here for Gray. Can't control. David Luiz across. This is Fabregas. On to Matic. Going well here, Matic. Willian. Got Ivanovic breaking down this near side, and he does well, cuts inside. Ivanovic back in there, and Matic with the opportunity to put Chelsea ahead in the early stages of the second half. and he couldn't quite succeed in doing so. I think it might, yes, the goalkeeper actually got a hand on that. It is a corner to Chelsea. Attacking their own supporters incidentally in this second half. Hazard to take the corner. Floated in there. And the header won and wide. William, who was right in there, right in the mix. Wider target, might have come off his shoulder actually, and gone over the top. Tom Heaton. Now Matt Lelton. Goodmanson. Hughes. Robertson. Rodriguez. Gets it in. And then gives it away. Now David Luiz now. Big opportunity here for Chelsea to break out. But they can't succeed in doing so. Here's Hughes. Rashford. Turns nicely there, Rashford. Get a second bite at this. Still Marcus Rashford. Hooked away. We're up towards just over 62 minutes gone. 20 minutes of the second half played. 0-0. Fabregas. Now another chance here for Matic to come forward. Costa. He's got Hazard over on the far side, and Hazard's cut inside. Hazard! Yes! It's 1-0 Chelsea. And here it is again. Eden Hazard cutting inside. There it is. And it just curls away from the despairing dive of Tom Heaton. And into the top corner, and there it goes. There it is. And the delight on Hazard's face says it all. And Burnley must come from behind now with 66 minutes goal. It's his 11th goal of the season. So Burnley now must come from behind with 25 minutes less than that to play. Eden Hazard with a superb strike, and it's frustrating for Burnley really because they didn't look under too much pressure at that time, but Hazard's finish was just quality personified. Here he is again, trying to lead into Costa. Chelsea looking for that killer second. Costa! They almost got the killer second. He's a deadly finisher, this man. There's no doubt about it. Look at this. Struck it well with his right foot, but just a little bit too high there. Substitution being made by Burnley. Will Hughes, Stephen Defoe and Andrew Gray being replaced. Ashley Barnes, Stephen Gerrard and Jeff Henrick all coming on. Will that make a difference to how Burnley approach this now? We've got less than 20 minutes to try and figure something out and get an equalising goal from somewhere. Here's Robertson. Stephen Gerrard gets his first touch. Does well, finds Rashford this time. Rashford loses the ball. That's not what you want to be doing, I suppose. And here says Fabregas. Costa. Now Willian. Costa again. Oh, does well. Does magnificently well. Here's Conte. Deflected on the cross and got Heaton. Almost lost it, but got it again. Rodriguez. Rashford. Doing well, Rashford. And still going, Rashford. And he was bundled out. It will be a corner. Substitution being made for Chelsea. Off comes Diego Costa. And on in his place is ROMELU LUKAKU for the last 10 minutes or so. 8 minutes to go. Conte. Chelsea looking to kill the game off. Fabregas. Problems here for Burnley. The flag has gone up, but it's for an advantage played, and the game will be brought back. Will it? No, it's a corner given. So Chelsea now have a chance. Here's Ivanovic coming off. Confirm who is replaced him in a second or two as that corner comes in. It's wide this time. John Terry was their man coming on, and he almost got the second one there. Well, that nearly killed the game off from a Burnley point of view, but they're still very much alive in this game. Stephen Gerrard now to Jeff Henrick, who's come on at the same time virtually as Stephen Gerrard. Ashley Barnes the first sub. The three subs here combining pretty well here for Burnley. And he's got it through back to Henrik again. Good last-ditch defending from Chelsea, but Barnes has it. Henrik's in behind. It's Jeff Henrik, good save. Henrik again. Steven Gerrard! Burnley have saved themselves right at the last, and it's the evergreen Steven Gerrard, but it was the three subs who combined initially in the build-up. Henrik went forward, forced a couple of saves from Thibaut Courtois, and then he managed to get the ball back, lay it back, and Steven Gerrard with a wonderful right foot right into the corner of the net with the goalkeeper out of his ground, and has surely saved Burnley at crucial points. His first ever goal for Burnley, and what a time for it to come when it looked as if it was going to end in defeat for the Clarets. It could well be a match-saving draw. Whether it'll be enough to keep them in the championship odds, I don't know. But there's the final whistle, and that finish was virtually the last kick of the game. Well, Chelsea thought they had it all won after 66 minutes when Eden Hazard curled a wonderful shot into Tom Heaton's top corner, and it looked as if it was going to get them 3 points. But then Steven Gerrard, after some great work from initially from Jeff Henrik, has saved the Clarets a point with the last kick of the game. Final score here at Turf Moor: Burnley 1, Chelsea 1. Well, there we are, a point saved, really. A point gained as well, we should say as well, because it looked as if we were heading to defeat thanks to Hazard's goal. It was a frustrating time, and then our three subs, Barnes, Henrik, then Steven Gerrard with the coolness personified, right-footed finish, saving us there, keeping us just about in second place, but we've played 2 more games than Chelsea. That's the thing. We're 2 points behind Stoke, but however, we are level on points with Chelsea, and as I said, we've played 2 games more. That's it for the league action on this episode. There is one more game to come, and we change competitions for that. We go now to the FA Cup 5th round, and just to remind you who we actually play, Burton have already played, beaten West Ham. Man City have drawn 1 with Middlesbrough, and Swansea Watford. So let's see how we got on away at Southampton. 5th round, a place in the last stage of the FA Cup, well and truly up for grabs here, as we took on Southampton down on the south coast. Let's see what happened as our cup run continues. It's FA Cup time here at St Mary's. It's the 5th round game here between Southampton and Burnley. Both teams now win for either side would give them a place in the quarter-finals of this world-famous cup competition. Both players will want to take this very seriously, I'm sure, as Bernard is one of the players to watch for Southampton. There he is. Burnley, you have to say, on current form are the favourites, although they have drawn their last 2 Premier League games, which keeps them 2 points adrift at the top. This is the Southampton side. It's a very, very strong lineup, as you can see there. Shane Long is the man up top there, as you can see, but they play a 4-4-2 diamond with Bernard at the tip of that diamond, with Charlie Austin and Shane Long the men up front. Now let's look at Burnley. Let's see what they've conjured up today. They've made a couple of changes, as you can obviously see. They've gone with Marcus Rashford up front. Well, we'll have a look at their 11 in just a second. We are going to look at it now. Let's take that team. James Tarkowski comes in for Ben Mee, drops to the bench. Graham Rashford continue up front. Will Hughes comes in for Stephen Defoe. Otherwise, and Correa, the young lad, makes his debut at the left back. Jay Rodriguez back at his former employers, but back at his first club where he started, where he signed for Southampton from. I would love to put one on his former employers today. So we're all set to go in this 5th round game of the FA Cup, sponsored by Emirates. James Linnington is the man in charge today. So it's Burnley in the all pale blue shirts with dark shorts and dark stockings to get us underway in this 5th round FA Cup tie, of course, with Emirates. And they're going to attack from left to right in this first half, and off we go. Southampton, of course, are in the stripes, red and white, their famous colours, with dark shorts, and no signs of kick clashes anywhere at all. Here's Charlie Austin for Southampton. Should be an absolute cracker of a game, this. Hopefully played in a very, very good spirit here today. Up towards Rodriguez this time against his old club. Good save. That's the first chance we've seen in the game so far, and Fraser Forster, who's in the Southampton goal here, having to spread across to deny J. Rodriguez, the ex-Southampton man, of course. An opportunity against his old club of scoring against them. It's a corner though to Burnley. Steven Gerrard, who got the equaliser against Chelsea with it, and the header well plucked away by Forster once again. John Stutzy can't believe it. This will be another corner, but one has to say it's been a game full of mention and excitement so far. This is Long, the corner really didn't quite come off for Burnley, and look at Shane Long now bursting a real gut to get forward. He's run at least 3/4 of the length for the field, and he's done well. Now Austin, pull back, and and Davis, it's smuggled away. It might have actually come off the bottom of the woodwork. What an opportunity that was. A real opportunity there. For Burnley to take the lead. Here's Steven Gerrard. Still going. Oh, given away. Wasn't a particularly well placed pass really. Cedric picks it up now for Southampton. Bernard, Cedric, Austin, and again 0-0. Bernard in there again, big chance here. Long was there too, and again hooked away. Still not away yet. Davis up towards Gray. Now Rodriguez, Hughes. That's brilliantly done. Steven Gerrard in a bit of space. Here's a big chance now for Steven Gerrard. Yes! 28 minutes have gone, and Steven Gerrard breaks the deadlock. Through the middle he goes. Van Dijk was nowhere to be seen. He gets one-on-one with Forster, and banging it goes. Burnley are in front at St Mary's with 29 minutes gone. Steven Gerrard makes it 1-0. And he's first in the cup this season. Well, 29 minutes of this cup tie gone, and Burnley in front. And really, Southampton really didn't do themselves any favours really in terms of how they've gone about their business thus far. But they might have a chance to hit back straight away through Bernard. But, it's hooked away, and J. Rodriguez, lovely skill. Here's Hughes. Now Gray. Rashford up ahead of him. Goodmanson out on the right. 10 minutes to play to half time. Steven Gerrard again. Oh, he's in the post. And it's in this time by Gray. 2-0. Lovely play first from Goodmanson, setting up Steven Gerrard, who hit a rasping right-footed shot. Came back off the post of Forster, but only into the path of Andre Gray, who stuck it in virtually into the back of an empty net, with Forster way out of his ground. And Gray gets his first goal in the FA Cup this season and extends the Clarets lead to 2-0 in its 5th round tie. And it looks a long way back now for the Southampton lads, that's for sure. Here's Austin. Davis. Doing well. Bernard, can he get back into it? No, good last ditch tackle. And here's Steven Gerrard breaking away. Goodmanson. Gerrard again. Oh, nicely played. Rodriguez. From the time of his life against his former employers, and he strikes it into the Burnley supporters behind Forster's goal for a goal kick, as we come towards the end of a really high octane first half here of cup football, which has had all the drama that you'd associate with this great old cup competition. And an enjoyable first half. Correa. Well, his first experience of an FA Cup's going to be a very memorable one. Tarkowski. Correa again. Hughes. Correa. Hughes. Just play 1-2s, the young lad and Will Hughes. They've done terrifically well. Referee poised to bring the first half to a close, and indeed he does. And there we are, 2 goals from Steven Gerrard and Andre Gray have really put Burnley in the driving seat in his 5th round FA Cup tie. Hard time here, Southampton 0, Burnley 2. Welcome back to St Mary's for this 5th round FA Cup game. 2-0 Burnley lead as we go into the second half. Southampton getting this second half underway. No changes incidentally here at St Mary's. It's where it's pouring down bucket loads here by the minute. Cats and dogs basically. Here's Romelu to Austin. Southampton look to try and get back into this FA Cup game, but again Shane Long had the ball taken off him. Here's Gray. Rashford making the forward run, and here is Rashford. Back to Gray, good strike, good save by Forster. That was a really good piece of goalkeeping. Struck it superbly. And it was really well struck, I have to say, by Andre Gray. Ryan Seeger now is going to come on and replace Charlie Austin here with 52 minutes of the match gone. It's a corner. Steven Gerrard, who got the first goal and set up the second with it, and a header won by Tarkowski and well held by Forster. It's a good ball to Bernard. Really well, I thought. That's a nice little ball towards Classy. Robson shielding the ball quite well. Classy has come away with it. Needs someone to cross to. Might find it in the form of Shane Long, but he's giving it away here. Goodmanson to Hughes, now to Gerrard. Gerrard will get a second go at this. Keane. Now Heaton. And again. Oh, Heaton's giving it away. Big chance here for Long, and Leighton climbs on the ball. Well, we've played 72 minutes, and it looks as if Burnley now, barring any dramas here from Southampton, a dramatic comeback leading into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Unless Bertrand can do something here for Southampton. Here's Shane Long. Romeo. Oh, just the attack broke down in the crucial moment there as Southampton were looking to try and get themselves back into this cup tie, and it looks as if Burnley now will go on the counter-attack. And it's 2 versus 1 here, and if it's played right, Gray through. This could settle the game. It's Andre Gray. Oh, Forster just snatched it away at the last. Good goalkeeping. Just keeps Southampton just in the FA Cup for now, and they might get one back here. Long doing well. Seeger with a chance. It's Ryan Seeger. Good block. Good block by Keane. And it looked as if Southampton were going to get back into it. Seeger again. And Tarkowski now with the challenge. And then it's hooked away. Oh my word. What a finish this is to this cup tie. Might only be 2-0 to Burnley. But here's Long. He's onside. Tarkowski was playing him on. And then the shot was wide from Jordi Classy. Oh my days. What an opportunity. So Southampton had a couple of bites at this. And a couple of goals at it, I should say. Nothing doing. They're going to make a sub. Buffal is going to replace Shane Long. He worked tirelessly hard, but with no reward to show for his efforts, which is sad really, because he's done really well. Worked hard for 85 minutes, Shane Long, but in the end it just wasn't enough. And substitution is confirmed. It's going to be Burnley now, barring any doubt at all, that are going to head through to the last 8 of this season's FA Cup with the Emirates airline. And here's Gerrard again. He's shook off the challenger Bertrand, and that settles it without any question of a doubt. 3-0, Steven Gerrard with his second goal of the game It just really has been Gerrard's day down on the south coast. He may well be 36 years old. There's talk of Burnley signing a new contract with him for at least another season before maybe his pending retirement. But he's still rolling back the years. That's his second goal of the game. That's his second goal in the FA Cup this season. And that now has more or less guaranteed Burnley a place in the FA Cup quarter-finals. Southampton tried hard in the second half, but just didn't have that knack of really troubling Tom Heaton as much as they would have liked. And here's Hughes now trying to make it 4, but the shot just goes wide. And there goes the full-time whistle then to end this 5th round cup tie at St Mary's. A terrific game, won by Burnley by 3-0. Southampton bow out at the last 16 stage. Burnley with 2 from Steven Gerrard and 1 from Andre Gray was enough to see them through to the quarter-finals of this FA Cup tie. A great game of football. Burnley into the last 8. Final score in this 5th round FA Cup tie. It's finished here, Southampton 0, Burnley 3. So a terrific win for Burnley then. Let's have a look at the other results from the 5th round of the FA Cup. Earlier on, Burton 1, West Ham 3, Man City 1, Middlesbrough 1. They replay at the Riverside. Swansea are out, beaten 2-0 by Watford. Brighton 1, Manchester United 0. So Brighton get their revenge for what happened in '83 when they lost in a replay in the final there. Huddersfield 0, Burnley 2. It finished at the John Smith Stadium. Southampton 0, Burnley 3, as you've just seen. Spurs and Everton will have to have another go. 1-1 it finished there at White Hart Lane. And Stoke 0, Chelsea 0. Another replay required, this time at Stamford Bridge. The Spurs Everton replay incidentally is at Goodison Park. So there we are. That's all the FA Cup scores in. Some terrific ties and a couple of shocks there, including the one down at the Amex there with Brighton beating Jose Mourinho's Manchester United. So well done to Chris Hughton and his team, deservedly now in the last 8 of the competition. Well, that just brings us to the end of our 3 games, another hour-long special over Christmas and New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas, by the way. It's our first video since then, and I hope Santa got everything what you wanted and everything else. As well as FIFA videos, we're hopefully going to do an end of the year thing. Looking at doing that in the next couple of days or so. And then looking forward to 2017 with FA Cup commentaries in real life and stuff. Our next hour-long special features Real Madrid, Hull City, amongst other teams. There we are, Hull City, and finally we'll have hopefully it might just be Swansea in the next round of games, and that should be one to savour. But for me, JB Johnston, I hope very much you've enjoyed the latest edition. Stay subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and if you haven't, please do subscribe. Join us for the next one. But from me, JB Johnston, have a very good evening. Bye bye.